that sponsorship. Nike. Wait, there it is.
Yeah, man, you should get involved in these Skype parties. They're fun.
I got a call from Dadass Podcast, and it was like 10:45, and I was falling asleep on my couch, and I'm like, nope. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, she's dope. All right.
I was like, I got the work. I just wanted to do it too.
3. My mommy.
Out on bail.
Out on bail, fish out of jail, California dreaming. As soon as I step on the scene, No, for us it'd be like, pack it up, pack it in, let me pack it.
Sorry,
I came to get down. To get out, you see and jump around.
I'm living that thug life this weekend.
They're from the same era.
Yeah, but you can't really look at House of Pain and say thug life.
Everlast, he was a thug. Alright, 3, 2, 1. What's up to all you marks out there, and welcome back to the Exposed Turnbuckle. You know me as Patrick, this is my co-host Jay, and we are here to bring you your official Money in the Bank predictions video. And actually, this is probably the most hype personally for me that I am to see a paper. I'm hype, bro. I'm so hype. But yeah, it's been a great build to this pay-per-view.
Most of the matches.
Alright. Gonna nitpick and shit. This card's gonna be great. The 2 Money in the Bank matches are going to be great. Some spoilers, maybe. We'll get into it, but alright, so first we will jump into the kickoff show.
Which was just announced yesterday, by the way.
Only one. I don't know, I kind of feel like there's only 6 matches on this card. They're really going to stretch out 6 matches for 3 hours again? I mean, we saw what happened with Raw. I mean, granted, the 2 Money in the Bank things are probably going to run like, what, 45 minutes apiece?
Yeah, probably.
So that's like an hour and a half. So in 4 other matches, you have to make
3 actually, technically, because
the
kickoffs doesn't really include.
For between Jinder Orton, Usos, New Day, Naomi, Lana, it's like how much is it? Hour and a half. So it's like 30 minutes apiece for all of them.
If you think about it, think about NXT TakeOver shows. They're all 5 hours. Granted, it's 2-hour specials, but I personally like the setup. I hate when there's a bunch of matches and they don't get the time, so I personally like it.
Like, throw Ty Dillinger on the kickoff show, bro. Like,
you might see some like internal like promo type things in between here and there. So I think it'll flow perfectly fine.
All right, so we're gonna kick it off with the Hype Bros versus the Clones. Cologne with a C. Oh,
it's funny because this match I think is the easiest one to predict out of everything. Yeah.
Or is it?
No, it is. Hype Bros are going to win. With Zack Ryder just returning, they're not going to have him lose first match kickoff to the Colognes who have been just jobbing the last couple weeks. Granted, they gave Jinder Mahal a championship match, but anyway.
But you were saying that Zack Ryder is going to turn on Mojo, right? So maybe this would start the feud.
Yes, but I watched Talking Smack the other day, and they were basically... no pun intended, hyping up the fact that the Hype Bros got the number 1 contender ship when Zack Ryder went down, and they deserve another shot. So maybe they're not going to turn on the way that the interview went. It almost sounded like they kind of teased single runs for both of them, but it almost looks like if they were to do that, it'd be like an amicable thing where they both just go their separate ways and not a turn. But for now, I think they're going to really put them in the title picture because they technically earned that shot before he went down. So I think they're going to kind of build them to be number 1 contender and put them in the title picture. So I think Hype Bros win this pretty easily.
I agree. I think it'll be a relatively quick match. Hype Bros will just kind of like steam over them. It'll probably run like 5 to 10 minutes.
I think it'll be more toward 10. It's the kickoff show, so I mean they have plenty of time. So I think they'll give Hype Bros a little bit more to work with, I guess.
you'll see some shoulder tackles and you'll see the high bro finisher and
I don't think it'll be
yeah.
a squash per se. I think Colognes will get their offense in just because it is a kickoff match and they have so much time to work with. But yeah, I think Zack Ryder will get the pinfall to give him that win again.
So we are going to go through the rest of the card in no particular order. If I had to guess, I would say that the next match would be Usos versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championship.
Now, normally I would agree. I actually, me personally, think the first match is going to be the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And that kind of goes
They're going to open it with that?
It goes to what I think will happen. Personally, I love the fact that there's two Money in the Bank ladder matches. There's, in my opinion, like 1% chance that both briefcases go to SmackDown next Tuesday. One of these is going to get cashed. I think it'll be the women's because they don't have quite the roster to hold on to a briefcase like that. Plus, with my thought on who might win in men's, it doesn't really make sense for a cash in, especially with Jinder going against Cena, which is the rumor. So I think the women's match will go first, and you'll see a cash in later in the championship match. So I don't know if you want to start with that one. That's just
we can start with that one.
Well, honestly, this is one that I'm really looking forward to because I don't know what they're going to do. We've never seen it. And all these girls can actually do something. And as we saw with Tamina, she's included. She actually has some skills. So,
even Tamina has a say in this now.
Yeah, so honestly, I could theoretically see any of them winning. I don't really see Tamina winning. That's really the only one that I would be very stunned with. As we've seen, they do go with the shocking twist sometimes, so I'm not going to say it's no chance. I would say, to me, it's between Charlotte, Natalya, and Carmella. I'm going with Natalya. I think that she's earned the right to kind of get a run, and she hasn't really done anything, and with these history-making matches, it might be a good little legacy plug for her as the first winner of the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women. So first Miss Money in the Bank, if you will. And I think that Natalya will win this match and cash in later and become the SmackDown Women's Champion. That is my prediction for the night. I don't know what you think about the ladder match in general.
I think that it'll be great. Totally looking forward to the Charlotte moonsault spot.
I would assume it's coming.
That one should be crazy. I think that this will be a really good match. It'll be a lot of fights at the top of the ladder. But ultimately, I personally think that Carmella will win. She has been getting a bit of steam. I can just see she's just kind of waiting in the wings right now. So I can totally see.
It would be funny to see Ellsworth carrying the briefcase for her, like a boxer and the manager's carrying the title.
And even more so to vote for her because Ellsworth's going to be ringside.
It just seems so obvious that I just wanted to go different. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, I'm pretty sure you think Carmella, but so I think the same thing. I think that Carmella wins early and then Carmella cashes in. So
we both think there's going to be a cash in tonight?
Yeah, just to burn it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to immediately, because of what's going to happen later. So we can just get right back, we can just get into that part.
Before we go to that, another spot that I think might happen in this is a Becky Lynch exploder suplex into a ladder leaning against the turnbuckle.
On Carmella.
On someone. I don't know. Maybe. No, because we said the Charlotte moonsault, which is kind of one of her things. The Becky Lynch Exploder Suplex would work really well against a leaning ladder. I think that would be a pretty cool spot for someone, maybe against Charlotte. I don't know. They've worked together a lot, so I don't know. There's a lot of room for really good spots, and hopefully they do the best with it because it's kind of a worrisome thing. It was the same with the Hell in a Cell that we watched in Boston. You watch Charlotte and Sasha, but it's like, how much are they going to let them do? There was the table spot, but after that, there really wasn't much with the cell itself, I don't think, if I remember correctly.
I think it was more so that Sasha was injured towards the end of that match. That's what kind of downed it for. But I think that...
But if you look at the cage match between Bliss and Becky Lynch on SmackDown, they didn't really use the cage at all. which kind of killed the whole first cage match thing.
I think that most of the offense will be controlled by the trio of Charlotte, Becky, and Natty. Carmella and Tamina will get in their cute little spots. I think Carmella ended up stealing it, probably due to some kind of Ellsworth interference. So it should be a great match because Charlotte, Becky, and Natty will definitely make sure that it's not a junk match.
I'm sure they went to the women too and like, all right, this is what we want to do. Are you up for it? Because they wouldn't have done it if these.
Charlotte in the first ever Money in the Bank and Hell in a Cell.
I mean, you have
accolades.
You have 3 girls that are second generation in this match, so they've known the business, so they're definitely up for it. And Becky and Carmella clearly are game, so I'm hoping they let them a little loose, not like crazy spots like we might see in the men's, but enough where it keeps the match exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I think this is a big jump for them.
All right, so speaking of the women's match, we'll go right into the women's championship match, and we will talk. Sorry about that. Air bubbles. We're going to go the women's champion Naomi taking on Lana. The luscious Lana. I personally don't have a lot of high expectations for this match. I'm not the biggest fan of Naomi, but I do think that Lana will prevail.
To build off your low expectations, I have no expectations for this match. That's not a bad thing or a good thing. I just don't know. Like, what I saw from Lana is literally one finishing move, which I liked, but I don't know if that's all she's got. So, I know she's been at the Performance Center working, so she might be good. I don't know. So I'm just gonna have no expectations, just kind of see where it goes.
I think this is going to be one of those matches that's on the shorter end of the match because it's going to have a caption towards it. So Naomi won't have to carry Lana all that much. You'll only have to do a 10, 15-minute show. And then what I personally think will happen is Lana will win. Lana will get the pop, and then Carmella will come in, ruin it, and then cash in on her. Even though it's heel versus heel, it's so quick.
You think that would be a Lana like face turn?
No, I think she could just still be a heel.
Right. You don't think they'll use it?
No, I don't think it'll translate to anything. I think it'll just be a way for Lana to get the title and just get that crowd reaction. Be like, holy fuck, Lana just actually won the title.
Double shock.
Yep, and then boom, like take it right away.
I could see that too, but I could also see them using it to make her a face because you hear the fans saying, "We want Lana, we want Lana." So I mean, they could do that route. I don't know.
You love me, you really love me.
Personally, I'm a little bit bigger of a fan of Naomi. I think she's one of the most athletic women in the division, Raw or SmackDown.
I think she's just kind of geared towards like children. I think her character is pretty generic. I don't think there's anything like
it was worse before. So I mean, honestly, I like it because it's different. So I'll give her credit for recreating herself like that way and getting a championship run with it.
You gotta dance,
and I don't think she's
done the chance. You gotta dance.
I don't think she's done a bad job as champion. I just think, well, more so. There's 5 matches, so there's going to be more to just the matches, I think, and
hasn't Naomi
makes sense.
Naomi's held it since WrestleMania,
right? Yes.
Yeah, so I mean,
it's been a long run. Yeah, I think it's time. I
had Natalya run. Now let's move on.
I have Naomi winning this match. Maybe Lana gears toward like the knee that she injured, and maybe Naomi really sells a knee injury, and then Natalya comes out and hits and puts on that sharpshooter and wins it. I guess that's where I'll go. I don't think it'll be like one of the historically quick cash-ins where it's like one move and over. I just don't.
It'll be a drag out where they're both kind of like winded, and then Carmella just kind of sneaks in, and
I think it'll be similar to like Ziggler, if you remember that one where it looked like he was going to get it, and then I think Alberto kicked out. And then got a little bit of offense. You're like, oh shit, this is going to be the first one that didn't work. And then Ziggler ended up getting it.
Yeah, a lot of people have been posting.
No.
The CM Punk Jeff Hardy one wasn't bad.
Well, historically, if you look at Money in the Bank winners, it's been heels. I think there's been like 4 faces, and the only ones that haven't worked is John Cena, who cashed it a week early and said, next week I'm going to do it. And I think the other one, I don't remember who the other one was. Oh, Damian Sandow, I think. Yeah, that. I mean, everyone knew that wasn't going to work. But historically, they've been heels, so I expect a heel to win it. We both pick a heel. We have different winners of the women's championship match, but the same outcome where the Money in the Bank winner wins.
Yeah, so it ultimately renders the women's championship match
so we both know, not useless, but because that could build storylines for the future, but
or neither
of them will walk out of Money in the Bank the champion, is our prediction.
Yeah. Sorry, Naomi and Lana. Even though you're fighting for it, you both aren't having it, so.
Then probably the tag match would be coming up.
So then we get into the Usos versus the New Day. Seen it a lot. I don't think that there's any reason for the Usos to get dethroned by the New Day. Usos are super hot, probably hotter than they've ever been. They've been killing it on the promos.
Except for maybe the very beginning.
Yeah, but
they were pretty over in the beginning.
Even now, I think that they're over. But they're over in a different way, where they're more like cool. They're not so like generic.
I mean, you said you've seen this a lot, but we really haven't seen it since the New Day were heels way back. So I mean, just because they've been together, but we haven't really seen this feud for at least a year, over almost 2 years. It just seems like time flew a little bit.
Yeah, true. I think it will. For match quality, like out of 10, it's probably be like a 6.5, like something like that. Like nothing special.
3-star match.
Yeah, I don't think that there'll be. I don't really see any like too big like spots or anything. I think it'll just be your standard Usos versus New Day. They're both well seasoned teams, so they can definitely run for a while and they can definitely fill up that time. And ultimately, I think that the Usos will prevail. I don't know. It's not. I just don't feel like it's the right time to dethrone the Usos. And the New Day literally just came onto SmackDown. So
see, that's my biggest thing. It's not really the Usos are doing well, but the New Day just came on. I don't think it's the right move to just give them the titles, and especially with what we were talking about before with the Hype Bros and them coming back. Hype Bros versus New Day doesn't make any sense, really. Usos versus Hype Bros might make a little more sense. I'm saying the Usos retain. I think they will then feud with the Hype Bros. Hype Bros get their chance, beat the Hype Bros. Zack Ryder turns on Mojo Rawley. That is my booking, if you will.
Good hype, bro.
Fantasy booking. Tag team championship, at least the contenders seem to be expanding a little bit. We seem to have a lot more than we had in the last few months. Still no alpha, but
yeah,
they should just repackage them. But whatever.
Calling American Alpha.
That's a whole different conversation. I think this should be a pretty good match. I was back and forth on this, but like you said, I don't see any reason to take it off the Usos here.
Then we're going to go to probably what the next match will be, because if this ends the show, it'd be terrible. We have the WWE Champion Jinder Mahal facing Randy Orton.
Now, before we get into this, we'll go with this match, but I wonder if they're going to put both ladder matches
out first.
Like, they'll put the women's, then the women's championship.
For a chance for a cash.
It's the order of this card is very curious. I don't know if they want to tease double cash-ins and have the WWE Championship go on last, just to tease that there could be a cash-in. I don't think that's the right move, because then Jinder's going to close the show, because there's not going to be a cash-in here.
Or what if, like...
But then if Corbin wins... sorry, I'm going into it a little bit, the Money in the Bank ladder match, so never mind. We'll jump back. We'll jump back when we.
All right, so Jinder versus Orton.
Yeah,
we've seen the show before. This will be probably the crappiest match of the show.
It's the one I'm least looking forward to for sure.
I think that Randy Orton will get it in quick. You'll probably see a couple of RKOs on the Singh brothers themselves. But ultimately, Jinder will Cobra Clutch slam his way into another title defense.
Cowboy Bob Orton will get involved in this. I don't know how, but he will. Like, there's no way he's just going to sit at ringside and that's it. Like he's too
is he ringside?
Yeah, he's too big of a.
Ginger's gonna get slapped by a fucking audience member again.
He's too big of like. I don't want to say he's a big, like, huge name, but he's a well-known name. He's
Cowboy Bob,
wrestling royalty, so to speak. He's gonna get involved. He's not just gonna sit at ringside like he's John Cena's dad, who also technically is wrestling royalty. If you want to get into that, but he's gonna get involved. I saw someone say that they want Randy Orton to lose the match due to Cowboy Bob interference, or maybe a DQ or something, and then Randy Orton flip out and RKO his dad.
That would be sick.
I was like, that would be awesome. I was like, thank you. Please.
What the hell, Dad?
Randy Orton as a face sucks. I want Randy Orton to be that the slithering viper persona who doesn't give a shit.
The slithering snake.
I want that. I need Randy Orton as a heel again because he's way better.
He already is a heel. He has not changed. Like his mannerisms have not changed. It's just now he's just labeled as a face.
He needs something new because it's starting to drag on now, and he's not going to be in the feud. And I actually saw this as well. I want to say it was on No DQ, so you can check out their video if you want. But they talked about this might have been where that idea came from. They talked about Randy Orton going against Styles at SummerSlam. Both don't really have any feuds after tonight or tomorrow night. So maybe Randy Orton does turn heel at some point and goes against Styles. I think that would be a phenomenal match at SummerSlam. So
AJ Styles and Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Why? How would you transition into that?
Well, Styles doesn't have anything. Orton lost his championship. I don't know what you're gonna do, but they both will need new feuds after this because Orton won't go after Jinder again. This is it.
Hopefully, yeah.
This is it. Styles. It'll be Owens and Nakamura. We think. That seems to be where they're going.
It seems to be the logical way.
So what's there for Styles to do? I mean, I guess Corbin, but do we really want Styles to put over Corbin? I don't know. So
yeah, why not?
I think it'd be a good way to kind of get some fire under Randy Orton's character and have a really good match at SummerSlam because they want to load that show up. So I like the idea. I don't know if it's RKOing his dad, but that would be phenomenal. No pun intended for Styles, but
phenomenal.
Jinder's winning. I think we know this. This is on the main card the easiest one to predict. I don't know. I'm gonna say Jinder wins by DQ. So Orton doesn't. They protect Orton in a way where he doesn't actually lose in his hometown, but he doesn't win the championship, and maybe it is due to interference.
Yeah, wrestlers don't win in their hometowns these days, so even worse news for Orton.
No, it's definitely not winning.
He's just been a terrible champion, and Jinder hasn't been all that great either, but he's better than Orton, so we bow down to our modern day.
It's improved. I'll give him that, but it's improved from really, really fucking bad to just bad.
Alright, then we're going to get into what should be the main event.
Match of the night.
The men's ladder, or the men's Money in the Bank match between Styles, Owens, Nakamura, Ziggler, Zayn, and Corbin.
Back and forth on this one.
Yeah, this one's going to be crazy. A lot of high flyers, a lot of spot monkeys.
A lot of people who can win it.
Yeah, like legitimately you could make a case for anyone. You're going to see a lot of aerial attacks off the ladder. It's going to be probably an end of days, like through a ladder, on a ladder, something like that. Hope maybe a Styles clash.
Pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah, pop-up powerbomb.
It's legit. It's
like the only person that can't do anything really on a ladder is Nakamura. Like, what would Nakamura use? He
jumps off a ladder and hits a Kinshasa.
Flying Kinshasa.
On someone standing on another ladder. That'd be sick, actually. The two ladders set up, and then he just jumps from one ladder and hits a Kinshasa on someone trying to climb the ladder.
That wouldn't be bad.
If he could hit it. I mean, that's a hard move to time, but that'd be a hell of a spot. Anyway, just
the big favorite going around is Corbin is going to win. Like I said, you can really make a case for anybody winning this. If it was me personally, I would give it to Zayn, and then I would let Zayn. I would just kind of like bang out all of his dream moments, like right now. Like, let him win. and because I think that Nakamura will be in the final scene. He'll be on the ladder fighting Owens. Then they'll both get knocked down, so that will tie their feud in. And then you could have Sammy just kind of like maybe like jumping off the top rope and then jumping on the ladder. I don't know who did that. I think that was Jeff Hardy or something.
Yeah, something like that. But I'm glad you. It might have been Shelton Benjamin. But I'm glad you mentioned Owens and Nakamura because that's the fun thing about this match. Similar to the Royal Rumble, is that they build feuds within the match.
Yeah, you could definitely set up
so
a lot of good stuff.
I mean, this will be fun. You do say Zayn?
Yeah, so what I would do is I would give it to Zayn, and then if Jinder Orton is the last match, then you have like a huge ass pop because you've had everybody who's been waiting for Sammy, and then maybe Sammy would lose it on the following SmackDown.
A double cash would be fun. Insane.
That would be crazy. And
Zayn wins the WWE Championship. That'd be unreal.
In this generation, the fans have the attention of a goldfish. So, I mean, as an old school fan, it's shocking to hear. But in the new realm, where they really just kind of want like the holy shit moments and stuff like that, yeah. I mean, Jinder is the champion.
Now, before I get into my prediction, now we've obviously known Jinder and John Cena is coming. What if they do that feud without the title?
I wouldn't mind that.
Now, it's a very easy story to tell. Pretty easy. Jinder talks about how he lost the title and that it's a conspiracy, whatever.
Stupid American people.
Conspiracy, whatever, and then John Cena comes out and then's like rookie. Yeah.
We're done.
You rookie, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, there's a chance that there could be a double cash. There's always that chance. A face wins and cashes on Jinder that night.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the Jinder Cena rumor is not for the title because there's never been a confirmation that yes, this is the championship match. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there might have been one that I just didn't see. But that being said, as I said earlier in this video, heels historically win. So I'm going to go with the boring favorite, Baron Corbin.
With the
I don't see Owens winning for a couple reasons. He's a U.S. title. He's a U.S. champion, so it doesn't really make sense to have him hold both, even though that'd be pretty cool.
It would totally give the face of America lots of firepower.
Ziggler hasn't done much, even though I think he would be a good candidate to hold it. I don't see him getting it this time around. Styles, I don't see. I think that's
Styles doesn't need it.
Right.
He himself is the money.
He could just go and be like, I want a title match, and be like, okay. Which seems to be what they do a lot of now, but those are probably the three least likely in my opinion, so that leaves Nakamura, Zayn, and Corbin. Nakamura...
You could go that route. It's a stretch.
It's a stretch. He's probably the third least likely in my book, so it's between Zayn and Corbin for me. I like your Zayn pick. I like the idea, honestly, of Zayn cashing in and getting that shock moment. We would be talking about that for a few days, well into Raw.
Probably and it would satisfy all the Sami Zayn whiners who are just like, oh, he never gets past. Well, he won Money in the Bank, and then he cashed in and won.
Well,
so
frankly, he should be getting a better push, but I'm not.
He's getting a little bit more time, like on the mic in his promos. He's been getting time to run a little bit. So
they should be pushing him into the main event scene more than they have. He kind of just puts over guys. So, but that's a whole nother conversation. I like the Zayn pick, but I'm gonna go with Corbin because I do think Jinder's gonna hold on to it. I don't see a double cash. Personally, I would love to see it, but I don't. That's not really what WWE does. Then again, maybe they just want to create history tonight or tomorrow night, so they might. But I'm gonna go with Corbin. And after SummerSlam, I think Corbin cashes. I don't think this will be one that they hold on too long either. And he might have it by the Royal Rumble, I would guess. That'd be my guess. But I think they're building Corbin to be the future WWE champion as a heel, and he's a good person to have it because he doesn't give a shit about anyone, face or heel. So he can cash in on any person Like, it wouldn't be the heel cashing in on face or face cashing in on heel. He could just do it, and he doesn't care. So he's a good person to have it. So
Yeah, he's been getting it. And,
I predicted that back in Mania when he lost the IC Championship match that he was going to end up getting. And he's lost a few to Zayn, so I was like, he's going to win Money in the Bank.
Most
so
recently, the Go Home show where Zayn pinned Corbin, which never is good for.
And they got knocked off the ladder, too.
Yeah, so you have Zayn coming in with all of this. So as an old school fan, I think, Sami Zayn won the Go Home show, so he's not going to win the pay-per-view. I don't really think that they do that anymore, but that's still how I base my predictions off of.
I feel like they don't really follow that formula too much, but they also do at the same time. It's weird.
Yeah.
But the formula they have done all the time is the Money in the Bank winner goes on a string of losses before they get the briefcase. Seth Rollins did it.
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin this year.
He's been eating some L's lately.
Yeah, they've done it for years where the guy would just lose and all of a sudden this is his big one and then that's it. But it could go either way. It's really good.
All right, so overall, out of a scale to 10, what do you think this pay-per-view will reach?
It has, to me, a floor of like a 6.5. And a ceiling of 8.5. I think this could really, really do well. I think all the matches could really do well. Jinder Orton probably least on that list.
And that's including Hype Bros and Colognes.
Yeah.
Our WWE Championship match is going to be shittier than the Hype Bros and the Colognes.
Possible. I am not going to go that far yet.
I just don't see it.
There could be a better story in that match. That could make
especially
it better, but
cash.
Yeah, so there's a lot of intrigue to that match. So I won't go that far, but it has the potential to be an 8.5 in my eyes. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like there's no way that this thing can dud, especially just the mere interest of the 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. I think that the ladies will put on a phenomenal match, and I'm right up there with you. I'm personally. I would be fully disappointed if this pay-per-view is not at least an 8 out of 10. I don't think that there's any reason why it shouldn't be.
I think it could be like a 7, 7.5, and that wouldn't disappoint me in the slightest. But the only way this would dud is if they just didn't use the ladders,
or if they just didn't cash. Like if they just had straight wins and like no cashes, that would definitely bring it way down. Because
I wouldn't say way down for me because the matches still could be good. But it would be a surprise, so I think it would.
It would be a surprise to not have a surprise.
I wouldn't drop it below like a 6 just because there was no cash in, but.
Yeah, I would say this would be an 8. So now you guys heard what we have to say. We want to hear what you guys have to say. You guys have plenty of time to drop your comments below. Who do you think is going to win these matches?
36 hours.
Yeah. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Who would you switch it up to? Who would you give it to? Would you have Lana win and then lose immediately?
Throw some fantasy booking at us. What do you think the effects of, or the aftermath of Money in the Bank will be? What do you want to see after Money in the Bank going into SummerSlam?
Yeah, if you're a fan,
tweet at us.
Yeah, exactly. Tweet me at pfaded.
At J_McMahon.
I do have a groundbreaking non-wrestling type episode. Yeah, it's going to be good.
I know about it.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
My own co-host.
Yeah, this is truly breaking.
Truly breaking news. He does not even know about it. It is going to take me a little bit to work out the kinks in it. But it is going to be something new. It's going to be totally non-wrestling affiliated. And I think it'll be great. No.
Okay.
No,
checking.
No, dude. Hello. No,
I'm not. Just making sure I don't have to start my own channel. Just separate a little bit.
I'm going raw and exposed. All right, guys.
I don't want to hear you say I'm going raw again.
That is going to do it for us. Be sure to drop.
Hey Nike,
comments.
pay me.
Hey Red Sox, I need a job. I'll bat boy. Throw me a bone.
Trying to get some sponsorships here.
Throw Red Sox, Bruins, Boston Sports. Throw us some free tickets. We'll plug the shit out of you.
We will.
Yeah, for real. I will be the biggest Red Sox.
Granted, the only thing that's happening is the Red Sox. By the way, they won last night. Yay. Anyway,
All right,
And
so
Celtics trade rumors, if you're watching sports, are fucking freaking me out.
yeah, because they're shopping around the number one
That's
pick
fine.
like a
Get a player.
friggin' child slave.
Don't be a dick. I want them to trade it, but I don't want them to trade it for more picks because I'll be pissed.
They need a wingman, so that would make sense. They need a sniper. They need a sniper from the wing. That's what they need.
Yes, and a big man.
And you're not going to get that out of
And someone
out of
who can
point
rebound.
guards, so.
Yay. Rebound and block, because I'm sick of seeing Sunshine Kelly Olynyk and his awkward. He runs like a deer trying to, like, learning how to walk. It's fucking terrible. Anyway, we're going past. Yeah.
Off the rails.
I just wanted to get sponsorship from
Tag
Nike.
team off the rope. Alright, so that is going to do it. Be sure to comment, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and until next time, you crazy kids, see ya.